Welcome, everyone. Thanks for being here. You're the group that's making it happen. You know, when I was just reflecting when I was sitting on my chair watching the group come in, 1,700 people, it's kind of the heart of drug development, you know, and that's pretty interesting when you put that in context of what we're doing for people. Henry mentioned the budget of the United States. It's a tremendous number, and this industry and this group can provide the science to fundamentally change healthcare. So that's pretty tremendous. I was reflecting on many, many years ago when I started getting into life sciences. I talked to an older doctor. This was maybe 10 years ago, and he was in his 80s. And I asked him about the life sciences industry. He had perspective. You know, you get that age in life, he'd seen a lot of things. And he said, yeah, that's, you know, you got to remember when I started out, when I was a young guy in the hospital, there was wards full of people dealing with polio. You know, and that took up a lot of resources, and that was a lot of suffering. I don't have that kind of thing anymore, right? We focus on other things. So we're raising the bar. You're the industry that's doing it. So we're really humbled to have you here. I think we can accomplish great things together. You can share ideas. You'll make a new friend. You'll learn something. Then we'll go back to our jobs, and it'll be more efficient. And it's great to see it grow, too. I remember the first R&D Summit, 2014, the Westin here in Philadelphia. It was 300 people. So it's amazing to see how far we've come together, and we're going to do our best to make sure you learn something and grow at this summit. I'll start out with a little bit of understanding about how we manage Veeva. That can help you navigate Veeva, and maybe you can understand why we do some of the weird things that we do. Hopefully they're not too weird. But you know, we manage Veeva by vision and values. I present slides about vision and values many, many times every quarter. It's a core operating principle of ours. Our vision, that's where we're going. So we're building the industry cloud for life sciences. We focus on the industry-specific cloud applications, the data, the professional services, as well as the ecosystem of partners to put it all together in a system that can work for the industry. And we also want to do our part to help the industry get together to serve our shared customers better. Our shared customers, that's the patients, and the industry's doing a pretty good job of that. You know, I can think of, there are many people at Veeva, just the Veeva company, that had illnesses that actually would have been terminal if they would have had them 40 years ago. And, you know, these are young people with families, et cetera. So the industry's doing a good thing. We want to help you do that better, to get together to take care of the patients better, to provide the healthcare providers more information, and also, yes, the governments. The governments have a duty to take care of their citizens, and you're a big part of that. So we want to help in that. Bottom line, we want to help you in your journey to improve and extend human life, and that's a very personal thing. Our values are how we make decisions along the way, and you know, the most important is our first value. It's do the right thing. And that's not about a technology. That's not about coding software correctly. That's about having the right morals. It's about honesty, integrity, treating other people as you'd like to be treated. And it's about taking the long-term view of our place in the industry to honestly help the industry get better. You know, we've grown pretty quickly. In just 12 short years, you know, we're 3,000 people, almost 3,000 people. It doesn't seem that long ago when, you know, I was in my front yard with the only other one employee, and we were trying to have a meeting, and, you know, somebody else was mowing the lawn. So it's gone pretty fast, and now we're 3,000 people, $1 billion in revenue. With that comes an increased responsibility to do the right thing for the industry and also set a good example for other technology companies. So we're certainly not all about the money. It's a business, but it's not all about the money. It's mainly about doing the right thing. There we go. All right. Customer success. That comes really in three parts. The first is about you, the people in the industry. You have to like the Veeva people you're working on. You have to enjoy the products that you work with. We need to deliver for you. And second, it's about your companies. Our products and our people need to deliver ROI. Projects need to come in on time. The products need to really work. And third, it's about the industry overall. It's about the industry getting better overall. And then employee success value, that's a little more straightforward. It's about our people. Veeva has to be a place where they can learn, where they contribute, a place where they can do their best work in a supportive environment around customers they like to be around. And then speed. That means getting things done quickly and correctly, getting it done the first time with quality. And we try to not slow down even as we grow. So one of the ways we can keep our speed is to take accountability as individuals. So I encourage the Veeva team to care, notice, and act. And it all starts with caring. Caring about the company, caring about our customers, caring about our coworkers, and the industry. That's where it starts. It starts with caring. And then we need to notice, actively notice places where we can improve, what innovation can we have, how can we get incrementally better. And then it's just acting, each individual acting on those things. And sometimes you're going to see maybe some uncoordinated acts from Veeva where an individual just does something and they act and they try to make it better. That's okay. That's definitely what I encourage and what I want. It's about individuals collectively coming together with the shared values, just as this industry here is, right? You each make your decisions, you go forward, you act. Sometimes it won't be all coordinated, but it moves the boat forward for everybody. So that's how we act and retain our speed. That's how we try to do it. Okay, so we've talked about our way of working, our vision and values, how we work. But when it comes to our technology, our products, it's about innovation and quality to move the industry forward. And for Summit, the focus of that innovation is the development cloud. You saw this from Henry. I think it's important to understand the real vision of this. An integrated suite of application. It's supposed to cover all the main areas of drug development in life sciences. That's a big task. As far as I know, no other company has actually set out to do that in an authentic way. And I remember in 2012, when we're thinking of setting out to do this, and I thought, wow, that's a lot of work, right? And it just sort of seemed daunting, you know, how could they do that? There's so many processes, there's so many people, there's so many countries, and the thing is just get started. Just get started in the area. So we started with our content management applications, filled it in from there. I remember thinking 5 years ago, wow, drug safety, we have to bring innovation to that market. But we had no capacity to do anything about it because you can't do all things at once. So you just watch and wait, get ready, and then 2 years ago we start making safety. So, and I know, you know, this is hard to implement. You know, in most established companies, you don't have a clean slate of things like this. You have many applications, 10 or more different platforms, siloed systems. It makes things difficult on business and IT. That's just the way it is. But Development Cloud is meant to be modular. Now, sure, if you're a small biotech just starting out, you get all this stuff, you get up and go. No problem, right? You don't have the legacy, but in large companies that are doing meaningful things in the world, you can't do that. You can't just restart. So it's meant to be modular. Start in whatever area you want to, wherever you get the most business value, and then grow from there. All right, so that's Development Cloud. It's important that we have a vision of this. This should be sort of the operating system for drug development, interconnected across your companies and across the industries, out to the research sites, CROs, one day out to the patients and hospitals. So that's what we're building. So let me talk now about the status and just some of the fun and interesting things in each area. So clinical data management, that's one of our newer areas. We've been going a couple years now. So the big picture is it's going well. You know, more than 40 studies live, small biotechs, large customers, even in med device and in pharma. We can handle studies from phase 1 to phase 3 and phase 4, simple, complex. We still have a ton of work to do. Clinical data management, what I'm talking now here is the core of it. The medical coding, the electronic data capture, that's a complex area, very complex system, but we're off to a great start. And I'm super happy that we have great early adopters. Not only do they want to help their companies, but they also want to help the industry and give back. I don't think the industry wants to differentiate in this core technology. It wants to differentiate in the therapeutic areas and the application of technology. So I'm really happy and pleased with our early adopters, and thank you for your help. Now, I could spend all day up here talking about clinical data management, but I would just want to, a couple areas where we're thinking differently. And we're doing that. We're reimagining things in clinical data management. A couple examples, agile study design. So to be able to make a change to a edit check or a form in Studio and right away see that in the electronic data capture system, not having a one-day change management process. Quick view, that's a way for CRAs and data management professionals to view the data in a review-friendly format, not in the way that it was entered at the clinical research site. Surprisingly, that's not been done before in the industry. And then auto-save, it's a simple thing. We save the data every time you tab off a field, because otherwise, in the existing systems, there's big, long forms. You don't save it until it's the end. You go away to lunch, poof, the browser's gone. So just these little things, and there's 100 more of those. What do they add up to? A better system that's more friendly for things like protocol amendments, which for the existing system out there, protocol amendments were quite uncommon 15 years ago. Now, and especially in certain therapeutic areas, it's super common. You can't have the system go down for a protocol amendment. So we're reimagining things and taking a fresh approach. Vault Safety, it's now available. After, I guess, 7 years of thinking about it, I've arrived. I can actually say it's available. Our Vault Safety system, we have 9 early adopter customers, 4 of them live. Again, we're taking a next generation approach on this. After we've been working on it for 2 years because it's a pretty deep application. Hey, it's a cool thing, this safety product, we developed this in our Toronto Development Center. We got a really tight group of people there, and they're really putting their heart into it. So any of you Canadians, you know, this is Canadian quality here. But I'm making a bit of a joke there, but it's really gratifying to me. I think the pharmacovigilance groups have really been underserved by technology for a long time. And what they actually do is super critical, and it's very complex. So I'm happy that, you know, our system's not done. Okay, it's early, but we have a firm commitment to it, and it's on the right path. All right, but that's not all in safety. We're working on a new product, which we just announced. We call it Safety AI. And this is a specialized AI product that takes unstructured content, you know, PDF, images, text, emails, et cetera, feeds it into an AI processing engine, and generates a case that's ready for review. That's a complex process, can be error-prone, and that requires medical professionals, MD or PhD. So we're going to streamline that process. Really excited about this one. We'll have this ready for first customers in April of next year. So for safety, you can see we're taking it very seriously, all the way from the AI and the intake to the hard stuff of the case processing. Publishing. This is another new application. This is a hard and difficult area, publishing. Traditionally, that's been done by an application outside of Veeva Vault. We've announced Vault Publishing, and now we have some early customers live. 3 early customers live. We can handle US and Europe ECTD formats today, with the rest of the world to follow next year. So what's different about Vault Publishing? It is really different. The normal process these days for many, many years, get your documents, get your submissions ready for it. Okay, now everything's ready, I'm going to do publishing. I try to publish it, it might get it ready for publishing, that might take 6 hours. Towards the end, I might have an error. Okay, I fix up that thing, I run the publishing process again. It pulls out all the stuff, it goes to the publishing, I have an error, rinse and repeat. It just not okay. It reminds me of the very early days of computer programming when you put things on punch cards, you ordered them all up, you brought them to the back of computer room. Hopefully you didn't stumble and fall, because then you're done. You gave them to the computer, hours later it said, there's an error. You know, like, oh, okay, go back to the cards. It's old-fashioned the way that's done today. We're doing continual publishing, continuous publishing. So when you put the submissions documents in, we're incrementally getting ready for publishing, so that at the end, you press a button, it goes. You can talk to a few of our early adopters at this summit, very excited about it. I would warn, though, this is a huge change in business process. Don't take that lightly. It's not just a technology, it fundamentally changes people's roles and where they are in the process. And I ask you all to be open to that kind of change. We can't implement new technology with the same old processes, even though process change is hard. All right, you can see also publishing in Veeva Central. Get a demo of it. Anybody here know what Microsoft Word is? Anybody here awake? Okay. Yeah, Microsoft Word, I believe it's an excellent tool. I first started using it, when I was, a young guy in my 20s. And it's gotten better and better, and it's really an excellent tool. It's a great authoring tool. The industry uses it, particularly in regulatory. It's used everywhere. But there have been two big problems with it. First, it was not good at collaborative authoring where you needed multiple people. That was the domain of things like Google Docs. And then it was hard to integrate Word with your content management system, getting files lost here and there. But that's changing. We're really working hard to change it with Microsoft. Number one, Microsoft is putting real collaborative authoring capabilities into the actual Word desktop client. They're doing it, they're working hard on it, they're making great progress. And then they're also moving Word and Office to the cloud to make it more accessible to applications like Veeva. And Veeva is integrating Word tightly into Vault. I'm super excited about this feature coming in December this year. Everybody at Veeva knows this is my pet feature, and I can't stop talking about it. But I talk about it more than I talk about my kids. Don't tell them that. But I think this is going to be a great one. You'll see a demo of it just a bit later when Avril comes up. Quality. In the quality area, things are really doing well. Quality docs, great application, mature application, QMS, over 100 customers. And now training, that really completes the suite. The integration of training, QMS, and quality docs. We have 18 training customers. The product's getting pretty mature. I would really encourage you to check that out. Again, it's the normal now that training is separate from the quality systems, just because that's how it's grown up. There's actually no real reason for that. So I encourage you to get a demo of the training system, and we got a bunch of our great product managers and services here, people here that can talk you through what the Veeva training system does. We've talked about the different vaults and putting things together. Spark, that's our core integration technology. We announced it last year at the summit. I'm really pleased that it's live today. This summer, the technology part of Spark went live, and we have many integrations that are being built today by our professional services team, implementing integrations using Spark to connect vaults together and to connect vaults with external systems. And also, you'll hear more from Avril, but our application teams are developing prepackaged integrations so that you can get the development cloud in a lower cost way to implement and a more seamless set of business processes. All right, so our focus as a Veeva team is really customer success. That's our second value, right after do the right thing. So you have a lot of projects that are going on now. A lot more projects are going to start. They all need to happen on time. We need to go the extra mile for you in our product team and our service team. And then product excellence. As you saw, we have a lot of new products. The key to product excellence is to stick with it, to stay close to the customers and make incremental progress, over 2 years, 5 years, 10 years. And that we just have to be relentless on that. And then we always have to remember our place, to be your strategic partner, to help you, to do our part to lead the industry, and to be a great partner that you are proud to be associated with. So let me finish up by saying thank you from all of Veeva for your partnership over the years. This development cloud thing started in 2012. Many of you are early customers. Many of you are new. So you challenge us, you make us better, you make it fun. So from all of Veeva, thank you.